on me, come on, bet on me, bet on me, get up, bet on me, bet on me, bet on me. All right. Can you see the album?
Okay, so let's see what you got there. No.
All right, so we're gonna go chronological order.
Do you think, my boy?
This is S tier to D tier. All right, so we got Infinite.
Do your thing.
This is an easy D tier.
Okay.
This is a pretty decent album. This came out in '96. He wasn't signed. Shout out Detroit legend Mr. Porter did a lot of the production on this. They was both broke at the time. Oh shit, hold on, my wife's calling.
Oh.
Hello? Hey.
Shit, she on the pod right now.
What's up? You're on the podcast. What's up?
You on the pod right now.
Okay, I love you. All right, bye. All right, anyway. All right, yeah, so Infinite. It's produced by Mr. Porter. Both were broke, both weren't signed, both was just living in Detroit trying to make it. There's a lot of hunger in it. There's a lot of you could see where he was lyrically already. He was really above the curve. The title track on here, Infinite, still slaps. My pen and pad can cause a chain reaction to leave your brain relaxing. The Zaniac, the maniac in action. Like, he was killing. There's a lot of good shit on here. You could also tell he hasn't found himself yet. The production is there. It's okay. Mr. Porter will get better at production at some point. There's some good beats on here. It's before the Slim Shady character was invented. This is the CD that flopped, that he sold out of his trunk or wherever he sold it. And it didn't do nothing. And it almost led him to commit suicide because he was really flat broke and shit wasn't going right. And it's an album we look back now and there's some good shit on it, but there was some work needing to be done, and that's where we lead to the Slim Shady EP. This is where shit blew up. This is the CD. This is the project that Dre found. This is what did it. This is where the Slim Shady character was invented. A lot of good shit on here. A lot of the best songs on here will be reworked on the next project we talk about, and Dre puts his finishing touches on it, and to me makes it better. Some people like the versions on the EP because it sounds a little grittier, sounds a little more underground. So I understand that point of view. I personally like Dre's finishing touches. But some good shit on here. 97 Bonnie and Clyde. Which actually used the Will Smith sample on this version. Which if you never heard just the two of us, 97 Bonnie and Clyde, JJ, he's huh?
I said okay.
If you never heard the song, he's talking to his little girl about he just in like baby talk, like, come on, hey, we go into the beat.
I heard yes.
Yeah, mommy's taking a nap in the trunk. You know what I mean? Like, and the whole song is he's basically taking his little daughter, who's probably 2 or 3 years old at the time, to the pier to dump his baby mama's body in the lake. See, Eminem's not the first rapper to rap about hating your baby mama. He's not the first rapper to make a fuck my baby mama song. That's a concept as old as time, and it will continue to be. He just did it in a very different way, in a very creative, cartoonish way. His little girl's vocals are on this track, which makes it even more fucked up. But there's a lot of good shit. There's a lot of good shit. I'm getting ahead of myself. I almost started talking about the LP. But there's a lot of good shit on here. Murder. A lot of people like Murder on here. I like Murder, but I like Murder better on. They reworked that for the Next Friday soundtrack, and I'm one of the few that actually like that version better. Regardless, classic EP. It gets overshadowed by the LP. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it in the D tier above Infinite. Shit. Or do I put it below the C tier? I'll put it above the C tier. I don't feel comfortable making it D. I mean, if the Slim Shady EP doesn't happen, then none of the rest of this shit happens.
Mhm.
It deserves that kind of respect. And it was groundbreaking for the time. A lot of good shit on here. Low Down and Dirty, a lot of good, a lot of classics, which led to the Slim Shady LP. I'm going to get this could easily be S tier. This could easily be S tier to a lot of M fans. It's gonna be S tier. I'm gonna be kind,
Put A.
or maybe a little less than kind. I'm gonna make it A tier. This could easily be A tier. This is a classic album. When people talk about 3 album runs, this is the start of M's. This really set the rap world on fire.
Mhm.
My Name Is was on this joint. Guilty Conscience was on this joint. Role Model, like 97 Bonnie and Clyde is back on here, but reworked with Dre's production. Role Model, I Just Don't Give a Fuck, still don't give a fuck. The production is crazy. The lines is crazy. The joint with Royce is bonkers. There's just a lot of good shit on here.
Mhm.
I still have cuts on this album that I can listen to. Just,
Oh yeah.
I mean, when the new album came out, that the Slim
Mhm.
Shady, I
Yep.
listened to cuts off the Slim Shady LP to get ready for it. Like,
Oh
'cause I knew
hell
it was
yeah.
coming out at midnight. I was like, man, if we killing Slim Shady tonight, then I'm gonna go to the birth of
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was a
Right.
great album for its time.
Mhm.
It's a great album of for all of time, really.
Mhm.
It's a lot of good storytelling tracks on here. Brain Damage being one. Role Model might be not Role Model. Uh, what the hell, man? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
Mhm.
I know what you're going through now. Rock Bottom, my favorite song on here.
Rock bottom.
Rock Bottom. He's talking about being poor, talking about being. You could tell he wrote it before being signed.
Mm.
A lot very personal, a lot very relatable.
Mhm.
He certainly can't rap about being broke anymore. This is the last album he really could get away with with rapping about being broke. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, just the mental health issue of it with depression and being a single father and trying to
Mhm.
make that work, and it's very moving. If I had to pick one song off the album, it would be Rock Bottom. But a lot of good shit. I could go more on this album, but I'm gonna keep going.
Mhm.
Holy shit, dog! I'm missing an album. I'm missing a very important album. Hold
Oh
on,
shit.
a very
What?
important album.
Oh,
Don't
let
worry,
me
we're gonna
see.
fix that. Bam. Anyway, the Marshmallows LP. It's kind of important. It easily goes in S tier. I don't see where someone can make this tier list and not put this S tier.
Mhm.
It takes what the Slim Shady LP did, and it makes it even better. It's darker. It's even more personal. The Slim Shady LP was very cartoonish. There's a lot of cartoonish elements in the Marshall Mathers LP, but it had been toned down in favor of darker lyrics. Uh, we talked about 97 Bonnie and Clyde earlier. He made a
Yeah.
prequel to it called Kim.
Mhm.
It's a hard listen. Remember We Cry Together on the Kendrick album?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
It's his We
Yes.
Cry Together, only a little more
Oh. Okay. Bet. Mhm.
only a little more sinister because it ends with him
Mm.
killing her. Like, but like it's brilliantly written because it sounds like it's just like We Cry Together. It's an argument in written rap form.
Written rap. Okay.
But
Yeah.
the production on that song is haunting. The production on a lot of it, Stan is on this album.
Damn. Yep.
The Way
Yep.
I Am is on this album.
Yep.
Uh, just classics, man. The Posse cut with Dre and Snoop
Oh, I see that.
uh was on this Bitch Please Part 2. Do you remember Bitch Please Part 1? The Snoop record?
No, I don't.
Snoop and Nate Dogg. Well, they made a sequel on this one, Bitch Please Part 2. Um, D12 makes their debut on this album, Under the Influence.
Yeah, I see
Uh,
that. I see
Kill
it on the
You.
front right here. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. Kill
Mhm.
You is crazy. Kill You is such a good intro. Criminal was a fucking amazing outro. This album started off hard, ended hard. Dre's production is crazy on here. M is in his bag. I mean, this is the quintessential Eminem album. This is no matter who you talk to, it's almost cliched to praise this album. That's how good it is.
Mhm.
But you can't fuck with it. There's a lot of things I can say to be controversial with hot takes, and I'll get to them later, promise. But I'm not with this album. This album belongs in everybody's S tier list. So the Marsh Mathers LP. This is M and his complete bag. Then we got the Eminem show.
Mhm.
This is where it gets really hard. Obviously, bro. Honestly, Jay, Slim Shady LP, Marsh Mathers LP, and the Eminem show. I could easily put all three of them in the S tier, and
Okay.
nobody would bat an eye.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna shit. Do I really just want to? This is really tough, man. How many times did you almost reconsider after you already ranked something? Like, oh, I need to go
Oh,
back.
many times, many times. I was like, oh, well, I don't want to put this high. I don't want to put this low. It's just so hard to. It's so easy to watch somebody do it and be like, no, that should be lower. That should be higher. It's so
You're
easy to do
wrong.
that.
Yeah,
It's so easy to do that.
when you're
But
doing it,
now that you're doing it, and you're in it, you're like,
and when you're a
fuck,
fan,
man. Like,
you're doing it
what
with.
you?
When you're a
Yes,
fan and you know it's a legend, it's even harder, man. So
yes,
y'all,
man.
please don't shoot me. Eminem show, I'm not gonna make S tier. I could easily make all three of these S tier. I'm not, and I'm going to put Eminem show below Slim Shady LP, but it's with a heavy heart. I do that because I really enjoy the growth on this album. I've heard a lot of people say it's their favorite Eminem album. I've also heard people say it's better than the Slim Shady LP. It's right below the Marsh Mathers LP. I easily see it because I love the production. Eminem does a little bit more of the production on this, and
Mhm.
Dre's fingerprints are still all over it. Or at least Dre's influence is all over it. If it's not his fingerprints, I don't know. I mean, it's a very Dre sounding album. Um, Eminem's growth is on it. Slim Shady, the Slim Shady character is still in full effect, but it has been toned down. There's a lot of grown personal as the Marshall Mathers LP is. The Eminem
Mhm.
show doubles down on that. Cleaning out my closet.
Yeah.
Haley song is amazing. I still listen to it pretty regularly. Sing for the Moment with the Aerosmith sample. Superman is a classic.
Superman. Yep.
Superman's on here. Till I Collapse.
That's
That's on
left.
like
Yep.
damn near everybody's gym playlist for a good reason. When Nate Dogg was on it. Like it's so
Yep.
many good records on here, man. It's
Yep.
I
I agree.
can't say enough good things about this album, man. I love the fact that he started this with a song like White America. I love as a white rapper and as a very successful, the most successful white rapper, and the most, along with that, the most successful rapper ever at this point, or
Yeah.
still to drop
Yeah.
a song to start the album off with White America when you on top of the world and to basically have that self awareness.
Yep. Yep.
Like, yeah, I know. Let's do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half. Like, it
Mm.
was really cool when how it goes off on how rappers been saying cuss words and doing all kinds of shit forever. And middle America didn't really care. And now that hey, now I'm doing it's a problem because I look like your kids and your kids are seeing themselves in me. So now it's a problem. Like
Hmm.
I really love how we went about that. It's a genius song, especially to start the record off with. There's some songs I don't like on this album. I can't really say that about the Marshmallows LP and the Slim Shady
Well,
LP.
okay. What songs you don't like on this album?
I like Square Dance is a great. I love the beat and I love his raps. I hate that hook.
Mhm.
I hate that Slim Shady ass childish. I get it. It's charming to some people. I get it, but like that's just where it takes me out the mood. I can't vibe to that. I can't vibe to it. I love I love his verses. I love the boom 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 boom. I love how he rides the beat. Get that fucking hook out of here. Stupid. Business is I think Business is a fan favorite. I don't hate Business. I like the beat. The hook's okay. Everything's okay. It's an okay song. It's an okay song, by a great rapper at the height of his popularity. So
Yeah.
sometimes songs are going to be overrated. That's
Yeah.
just one of them. I love Soldier. I love Say Goodbye to Hollywood. Drips is a really cool storytelling song he does with Obi Trice.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Say What You Say. He was dissing the Jermaine Dupri diss. Eminem featuring Dre. After Jermaine Dupri said some shit in an interview that Dre didn't appreciate. Em and Dre dissed them on "Say What You Say." Great song.
Oh shit. Oh, wow.
Boom, that beat is crazy. Um, but what about Jermaine? Fuck Jermaine. He don't belong. Speaking mine, no Timberland's name. Like, like some
Damn.
really good shit, man. Like,
Ooh. Okay.
yeah. Check that out. Check that out for sure.
Bet, 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 bet. What's
What
going
else?
on?
Is there anything I'm missing off that album? I'm not gonna go
Uh,
too crazy on this album because I feel like there's songs off the Slim Shady LP and Marshmallows LP that I didn't
like
mention.
yeah, yo, 50 and Banks is on there.
Nah. No, they weren't.
They
That
were.
was you're looking at the
Oh,
extended
it's
version that
expanded.
came
I'm
out for the
sorry. I'm sorry.
20th
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
anniversary.
sorry. My bad. My
That
bad.
was
My bad.
a mixtape cut off of the Invasion tape. But
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm glad. See, I'm glad you told me.
yeah, so Encore D.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um absolute last. Um there's a backstory on Encore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Encore could have been a different album. I think we would have got. Yeah, I love that song, my baby. One thing I really like at this point is the connection of albums. You had the Slim Shady LP, the
Yeah.
Marshmallows LP, the Eminem show. It was the three. So like the three of them were like different names.
Yes.
He continued that with the Eminem show, the connection being Encore. Eminem show Encore. Instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
calling it Eminem show 2, it was Encore. Cool.
Yeah.
I like the album cover.
Yes.
I like the blue cover. I like how I love how the taking the bow shit.
Yes.
It was basically showing how he was thinking about retirement. Um, this album probably would have been very different, and it probably would have been ranked higher, especially at this point. But unfortunately, a lot of the album leaked. Same thing happened to Nas a few years before. Same thing
Really?
happened to Lloyd Banks a
Oh
couple years
wow.
after this.
Wow.
He had to come back and redo a lot of cuts. And at this point, he was in a fuck it mode, which is not an excuse. Uh, and I think his drug problem. Well, I know because he talked about his drug problem was at an all-time high. So you get stupid bathroom humor, you get dumb, cringy songs, and it's unfortunate because there are albums that I'm gonna rank higher that I think the highlights on this album are better. Because
Mm-hmm.
the highlights on this album, like Mockingbird and like Toy Soldiers, and what else was on this
I
record?
forgot Just Loser was on here.
Yeah, Just Lose It was okay.
Ah!
No, the self title the title track Encore, great song, a
Yep.
lot of good, and a lot of people don't know, he just dropped an album called Death of Slim Shady, right?
Mm-hmm.
Encore
Mm-hmm.
is the original Death of Slim Shady. He killed Slim Shady off in this album, and he done it in a very creative way. Because just like the Eminem show, the concept was it's a show. His life is a show. So you had
Mm-hmm.
interludes with curtains opening and dropping. This
Mm-hmm.
it was a really cool concept because the album starts the same. It's the curtains going up and interludes and shit like that. And in the end of the album, he which I think the crowd is supposed to I don't know. Obviously, these people in the crowd are not obvious Slim Shady fans. They look like critics. I don't know. They're all like dressed up to the T, but
Mm-hmm.
he shoots the he shoots and kills the entire crowd and then kills himself. That's looked at as the death of Slim Shady. That's him killing off the character. It was very creative how he did it. Even the CD cover, like the actual CD, had like a suicide letter on it to my fans. Da, da, da. It's very creative how he did it.
Wow.
Um, if this was the last we heard of Slim Shady, it would have been bittersweet because it would have been a cool ending. But it's such a terrible album.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, Eminem has admittedly trashed. He's publicly trashed this album. It's
Mm.
unfortunate because it really could have been on par with Eminem show. So it's I feel like I've talked more about this album than other albums, which is a shame. That's human nature, ain't it? We love talking about
Yep.
shit we don't like more than the shit we like.
Yep.
How am I
Yep.
going to spend more time trashing Encore than praising the Marshall Mathers LP? But anyway, then we get to Relapse.
There we go.
Um, I appreciate. See,
This long drop off, wasn't it? Like,
it was about 4 years.
yeah, something like that.
He exited the park. He exited the public eye. He he almost died from an overdose.
Hmm.
He survived that. He got sober. He got in rehab. He started taking sobriety serious. He said he had to pretty much relearn to rap on here.
Wow.
And what we're left with is an album that I remember. God, I remember when this album came out. I remember how excited I was. I remember going to the Wikipedia page of this album back when it was just Eminem's untitled 8th album and reading the Wikipedia page to get information on it. My MySpace had a countdown on when this album dropped. I was really looking forward to this.
Oh, my.
I was one of them stands, man. And I remember when the album came out, and I remember just being so relieved it wasn't Encore.
Hmm.
And I appreciate how now the album seems to be ranked really high. It is it's so crazy how an album can age and become a cult like following. Jay, when M fans talk about Relapse, they talk very, very highly. And I can kind of appreciate
Okay.
the
Okay.
cult following it became.
Okay.
I disagree. The rapping on here on a technical aspect is really cool. I
Mhm.
never disliked the horrorcore genre, and I've actually liked a lot of horrorcore songs, especially Eminem horrorcore songs. I never asked for and I never wanted an entire horrorcore album.
Mhm.
This also very pretty brilliantly rebirthed Slim Shady. Like the opening intro is him him being discharged from rehab and
Dr. Wet.
I guess it was a demon talking to him or something. Like at first it was a psychiatrist, and then and then it ended up being like I guess Slim Shady, and then it started off with the 3 a.m. record. So it was a really cool way to bring Slim Shady back. But to me, like a lot of people might not agree, Relapse isn't a Slim Shady album.
Oh.
To me, Slim
Mhm.
Shady always kind of winked at the camera. Slim Shady always had a smart ass sense of humor.
Mhm.
I haven't even ranked this shit. I'm putting it, I'm putting a D. I'm putting it above Encore.
Oh wow.
Cry. But let me but I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain.
Okay. Okay.
There's no humor. There's no like M would rap about fucked up shit. Eminem's kind of like South Park, where he makes you laugh and then you feel bad for laughing.
Yeah.
Like shit, damn. There was none of this. He was just straightforwardly rapping about like that's I can't. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? You might be right because, like, ooh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like there's some songs I really like on here. Beautiful is the best song on here, and that's the one song where he's not rapping in accents. He
Oh my
rapping
God.
in
Oh man. Yeah.
Beautiful
Yes.
is
Yes.
so great.
Beautiful. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah. Great song.
And
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and man, when it came out, it
Good.
stuck out like a sore
Good out.
thumb on this album.
Yeah.
I love Crack a Bottle because I
Crack.
love
Crack a
M50's
bottle. Yeah. Crack a bottle's good. Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
Made
It's
You. I
hard.
don't know why Eminem
We
hates
made
We
you.
Made You so bad because he made Houdini this year, and We Made You's on the same level
Yeah.
as
He
Houdini.
was. Yeah. I don't. I understand.
We Made You's a great
He don't
song.
like. He don't like We Made You.
No, and We Made You was a really cool comeback record. Now I
Yeah.
understand
It was. Yeah.
it wasn't Not Afraid, which we'll get to later, but
Yes.
look, Relapse was an album where obviously he's fascinated with serial killer documentaries and shit. A lot of us are. Forensic Files and shit like that. He wanted to make an album where he was in that bag. I understand a lot of people love it. I tolerated it when it came out. I like Bagpipes from Baghdad. I love the song Hello. I could live without a whole album of that shit. I remember feeling underwhelmed at the time, but just being happy to have Eminem and be happy he wasn't doing dumbass songs on like Encore. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the cult following this album has gained. I think it's cool. I I'm glad Eminem still doesn't like the album. When Eminem talks about his bad album, he talks about Encore and Relapse. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad these fans didn't convince him that Relapse was great.
Vince.
Because to me, it wasn't. And a lot of people shit on Recovery, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. Hey,
We
I'm gonna
put
be like,
Recovery A.
bro, if you would
Woo.
have asked me, bro, if you would have asked me like in 2010, 2011, 2012, I would have had Recovery over Eminem
Mhm.
Show. Actually, Recovery would have been my favorite album. That's how much I love this album. I've calmed down on that. Like time has passed. You need time to really rank albums. I was kind of crazy with that.
Mhm.
Recovery was what I wanted Relapse to be. And what I mean by that is Eminem is great when he's talking about personal shit. And this was
Yes.
an album full of him pouring himself out. This is an album where his first single wasn't a silly record. It was Not Afraid. Before
Not afraid.
this, his lead singles was My Name Is, The Real Slim Shady, Without Me, We Made You. So when he dropped I remember it was supposed to be Relapse 2. When he renamed it Recovery, I was intrigued. When the lead single was Not Afraid, I was so excited for this album. So I was like, if the
Yeah.
lead single is a personal record, then this is going to be good. A lot of people shit on it because of production changes. Like he really was changing with the times. Relapse was an album that was fully produced by Dre, and because of that, you got a really good sounding album.
Yeah.
He was rapping on No ID beats on here. He was rapping on DJ Khalil. Like at the time, I really appreciated him trying other shit, and he found a lane that worked for him. And it was a lane I wish he would have kind of got away from later. And I'm glad he finally did, because it's like Recovery worked. So he kept trying it. Oh, I'm going to get a pop star on a hook and rap on a poppy beat. You know, it did eventually kind of like, all right, man, like stop. But it was fresh at the time for Recovery. And like you had him and Wayne did a joint, No
Wayne,
Love on there.
yeah.
That shit was
Yeah.
incredible.
That was incredible. Yeah. It's incredible. The Rihanna joint.
The Rihanna joint with Love the Way You Lie was so powerful. Did it get overplayed? Yes. But at
Yes,
the
it did.
time when it dropped, the shit was crazy. It was
Yeah, it
bonkers.
was wild. It was wild.
Going Through Changes, I love that song. To me, it's another Deja Vu, which Deja Vu was on Relapse. You know, it's another good song off of Relapse, but Going Through Changes was a better version of Deja Vu to me. I liked the beat better. I liked his voice better.
Mhm.
I liked him talking about almost dying, and it sounded more in depth with that experience. I love the Proof tribute record. We finally got a Proof tribute record. This album
Which
was
one? Which
everything.
one? Which one was that one? I'm trying to think. Which one was that one?
You're Never Over.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this album. I absolutely adore this album. When people are ranking albums, a lot of times Relapse will be really high and Recovery will either be lower in the middle of the pack. I vehemently disagree. I feel the same way about T.I.'s Paper Trail,
Mm.
which maybe we'll revisit that later.
Yep.
M is in his bag on here to me. And not only that, but for a time, Eminem was the biggest superstar. He was the biggest rapper in the world again. He was the number one. He was the number one rapper in the game again. In 2010, it
Mm.
really felt like it was second. It was like a comeback. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
09 was a comeback with Relapse, but in 2010, he was everywhere again. I love Recovery. I love I feel like his lyricism stepped up, which is saying something. But yeah,
Mm.
that's my spiel on Recovery. I knew I was gonna talk a lot about Relapse and Recovery because I knew those were gonna be the controversial talk. Like no one's gonna argue Marshall Mathers LP being S tier. They
Yeah.
might argue about Slim Shady and Eminem Show not being S tier, but A tier is fair. I knew Recovery and Relapse was gonna be the hard shit. I knew no one was gonna
Yeah.
disagree with Encore being ranked low, but I knew I knew those were gonna be the shits people was gonna have a problem with. But I'm pleading my case on why I really enjoyed Recovery and why Relapse fell short. There's great songs on both albums, but that's my
Mm.
opinion.
Right.
Bad Meets Evil, really good album. I've become an even bigger Royce fan since this. Before this,
Mm.
all I knew about Royce was him on the Beef DVDs, beefing with D12, and those really good diss songs he did against D12, and the couple records he did with him before the fallout. Then Bad Meets Evil comes out.
Mm.
Very good, very good. I'm
Where you
put
gonna put it? What
C
you put it?
tier
See
below
there?
Slim Shady EP. Very good. It's supposed to be an EP, but the deluxe edition has 11 songs. It's an LP. That's back
Mm.
when deluxe albums were really deluxe albums because you had to go to the store and buy either the regular album or the deluxe album. Now you go on Spotify or whatever, you're gonna go to the deluxe album immediately. Like,
Yep.
but yeah, good songs on here. A lot of people do not like Lighters with Bruno.
What?
I don't know, bro. I liked it because
What?
I love
Really?
Eminem and his personal bag, his motivation bag, and he killed it. And Royce killed it. And Bruno is the man. And is it a poppy record? Yes, but it's a good pop record. So whatever. Um, A Kiss is on here, produced by
Mm.
Bangladesh, which I wish we had more Bangladesh beats now because they fucking bump.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Uh-huh.
The joint with the Mike Epps sample is on here. Is catchy as hell. There's a lot of good stuff on here. Fast Lane. A lot of people know 2K. Everybody knows Fast Lane. NBA 2K12. Was it
That
NBA
was in
2K12?
2K12,
Or
really?
was it NBA? Was it 2K11? No, I had to be 2K12. Living life in the fast lane. Was it?
Oh, ooh. Uh, I don't know. Not. Oh, damn. I don't even. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
hmm.
C tier. C tier.
Teacher.
The fact
Okay.
I got the Bad Meets Evil album over Relapse is going to fucking
Oh God.
turn people ahead. But anyway, the
How dare you?
controversy continues. This is my opinion. So when the Marshmallows LP, so I'm gonna go ahead. Look, so I'm putting Marshmallows LP2 S tier.
Oh.
Um, I go back and forth on putting it S tier because I go, do I really like Marshmallows LP2 better than the Slim Shady LP and the Eminem Show? I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. I remember we were talking about the curves of making a sequel of your best shit. I was really
Yes.
really
Yes.
worried this was gonna be a case of that. I was really worried.
Yes.
I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, it's cool. After recovery, he's gonna drop, something that's I guess is gonna be way different. And then the lead single Berserk came out, which it's a cool video. I hated it, then
Yeah.
I liked it, and now I don't like it again. I'm not a big Berserk fan. It started his work with Rick Rubin, who is a legend, but honestly, the best shit he did with Rick Rubin is on this album, and after that, they should have parted ways.
Legacy was on
I
there.
love Legacy, bro. We wrestling fans,
Yeah. We.
honestly. So
Yeah. We.
the damn Bray Wyatt, John Cena
Yeah.
shit.
We. Bro. We look. We mapped it out.
We did that as
We
soon as
mapped it
Cena,
out.
Cena said, "I will fight for my legacy." We was like,
I was like,
"Yo,
yeah. That's
M's
it.
legacy would be sick on it." And
Yeah.
they did it.
They did it. Like
They
what?
did it. Shout out to WWE for doing the right thing. Um,
That was perfect.
as much as I loved Recovery, and this is gonna
Yep.
sound weird because I just got done praising Recovery, I really didn't want another Recovery album. Um,
Hmm.
I wanted something different. I was afraid of another type of Recovery album not working. And he did. I mean, he kind of tried to hit everything because he did have a Recovery sounding song on it. He had Survival, which is an okay song. Um, he had The Monster with Rihanna, another big
Tough.
hit.
Tough record.
Very good song. I didn't like it at first. It grew on me to the point where I really like it. It starts off with Bad Guy, which is a Stan sequel, but it's a blink and you miss it, where it doesn't spell out that it's a Stan sequel until like halfway through the song.
Hmm.
I was like, oh shit, I didn't know what he was talking about. He's speaking from the perspective of Stan's little brother Matthew, that stayed in the blistering cold for 4 hours. like, like that's cool. And then like the beat switch. This is the first time Eminem introduced beat switches in his albums, which ended up being a common theme later.
Yep.
The double entendres on this album is crazy. The lyricism on this album. I love
Right.
Rhyme or Reason.
Rap God is on here too.
Rap God is still talked about. It's still a masterpiece.
Do you like Rap God?
Do I like what?
You like Rap God?
I just called it a masterpiece, dude.
I was okay.
Yes, absolutely. You know what's
Oh,
crazy? A lot.
hey, it's like you like cutting out.
Oh no, what?
No,
Am I
but
still?
no, you're still able to. Now you're fighting through it because
Oh
I'm still
shit,
able to. I'm still able to understand you, so you're good.
that sucks.
Because it'll like you know how to like it'll go like it does that little noise, but you're good.
Okay, all right, yeah. Just let me know. Yeah, so the Marshmallows LP2, bro.
Yeah.
Tough album. It's just a really tough album. I love the. I love the synergy of the album covers. The
Mhm.
the childhood home, but it's all boarded up and condemned now.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, Headlights is my favorite song on the album. It's basically a sequel to Cleaning Out My Closet.
Mhm.
It's basically it's an apology to his mom, and it's done so well. It's
Mhm.
a beautiful song. Uh, it was so good that you never want your favorite artist to retire, but at the time I was like, this could be his retirement album. It's a great closing of the door. Like
Mhm.
I love the growth of it, but at the same time, the callbacks to this album, the references were great. There's gonna be songs I forget, and I don't want to forget them, but I don't want to harp too much on this album either. But obviously, I think highly of it. I was very scared of this album when they titled it the Marshmallows LP2. I was like, why are you doing this? It can't live up to it. But listening through it, the first listen through, I was like, damn, I don't know what my favorite song on this album is. It just kept changing as it kept going.
Yeah, see it on this album too.
Oh yeah, that's a deluxe edition. Yeah, and we ain't even got to
Oh,
the
okay, my bad.
we ain't even got to the deluxe edition. I
Yeah.
remember I went to I went to the record store to buy this album. It was
Oh yeah,
2013.
see,
It
yeah.
was 2013, so record stores weren't completely gone yet.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I remember they had one copy left of the deluxe edition, which was the second CD.
Damn.
And
Oh my,
I let my homegirl copy it. I said, "Here, I'll just
there
take
you
this
go.
one." I rebought I rebought it later to get the deluxe edition. So that Wicked Ways is on that one. The
It was
joint
what
with
it
Sia is good. It's very poppy. If you don't like pop Eminem, it's not good, but it was good. I'm glad it
got
wasn't
on
on
that.
the album because it didn't fit the album. It was
Got
very
on that
recovery
with
sounding.
Skylar Gray too.
Yeah, Asshole was an okay song. Brainless is a good song. Good
Right.
joints. Very good joints. I really like I think Marshmallows LP2 is strong. It's easily the best album in his second half of his career. We're gonna move on and talk about Revival.
Let's do it.
This is widely regarded as his worst album. I completely disagree. Uh
Oh, it's worse. Hold on.
yeah, a lot of people call it his worst. When it came out, it got clowned,
Let's
and that
see.
led to another album we'll talk about in a minute.
Damn, Beyonce, Fisher,
Ah,
Kehlani.
bro. So,
Oh wow. Wow.
okay, so it's crazy. You're reading the track list. Um, he dropped the track list before the album, and everybody already hated the album.
Ex
And this
ambassadors.
is where I feel like he was really taking the recovery route and trying to do it. I feel like he was trying to do recovery again, only
Okay.
more so. It's a weaker recovery. He was trying to serve every master because there's a song on here that's very relapse-esque called Framed. I really like it. I'm okay with horrorcore once or twice. I just don't want a whole album full of it. It was really cool to hear him in that relapse bag
Hmm.
on one song, and then another song he does that Kalani song to me is tough. I don't know why it wasn't a big pop record. But yeah, it was very recovery sounding. I think at this point people were done with that. I like Walk on Water with Beyonce. I thought it was very I really like personal vulnerable artists, and Eminem to me nobody's better when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
to
Nobody's
being
more.
vulnerable.
Nobody
He
vulnerable.
can
Yeah.
do a song like Rap God and then turn around and do Walk on Water. To me, that's what makes him great. But
Oh yeah. I walk on water. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is a weaker album. It's one of his weaker albums. It's definitely a weaker album. That's why I'm going to put it in C tier.
Yeah, I don't think I might really like realize like yeah he does have like does do a lot of songs with like
Pop stars.
pop stars. It's kind of a little crazy.
Yeah, Recovery was the start of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And I feel like it worked. And he was like, "Hey,
He's like,
this is my
hell
new
yeah, let's
lane."
do it again.
And Revival was where it really fell on his face. I think it's the only album he. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the only album in Eminem history to not go platinum. Uh,
Really? Hold on.
but guess what? It's
Mhm.
still better than Relapse to me.
Yes.
Um, it's a weak album. It's a weak album. But there are cuts on Revival, like Walk on Water, like
Mhm,
Believe. Believe is an incredible track.
mhm,
Uh, Castle in a Rose might be my favorite outro in Eminem album history. I can't
Castle.
listen to a Rose without Castle. I gotta listen. I gotta have time to listen to both because they link up together and they're very personal and they're about his addiction. They're about Haley. Um, Castle is letters he wrote. The first verse being a letter to Haley while Kim was pregnant with her. The second
Mhm,
verse is about her being a year old and him still not making it. And the third verse is about after he made it and how he was miserable because he was so addicted and shit like that. And he fucked up because she's living with a drug addicted dad like he was living with a drug addicted mom. And then it ends with him overdosing. And then it starts with a rose, which is the beginning. This begins with him in a hospital, and it's amazing. And people shit on this album, which I get it. I get it. It's a weak Eminem album. But there's some cuts on this album where I really don't know what people are talking about. Like I don't get it. And the song before that, the zombie sample,
mhm, mhm.
um, I really like it. I like a vulnerable Eminem. I really like vulnerable Eminem, and he had that on here. He was playing with the trap sound a little bit on
Mhm.
here. It wasn't as good as what he would be doing later. On Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By, but like he was
Oh
playing with that. Yeah, weak album. It's
yeah, we got one.
it's a weak album. There's some songs on here I don't like. What's that Be It Black Lives Matter type song he made where the lyrics are really good, but that
Oh,
hook, but that hook was fucking atrocious.
this they said revival is platinum.
Oh, Revival went platinum.
Man, it's sort of yeah.
Good because it's a good album.
Mhm.
Well, it's a weaker Eminem album, but a weaker Eminem album is still a decent album. Um,
Yeah, you're right. There is like a Black Lives Matter type.
It's
Uh,
yeah, great message, great message. And then he
uh
has an anti-Trump song with Alicia Keys, which is well intentioned, but
like
it
home.
sounds okay. It sounds okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's just you know what I mean. I think at that
Yeah.
point he ran to the well a little too many times with these pop beats and the pop star hooks. Which you know what, to his credit, he stopped doing it after this. This was the last. And I also, we talked about the Slim Shady LP, Marshmallows LP, Eminem Show
Yeah.
connection, and the
Yes.
obviously Marshmallows LP and Marshmallows LP too. But then you
Yes.
also had the Eminem Show and Encore connection.
Yes.
I like the 3 album stanza of Relapse, Recovery, Revival. I thought that was cool.
Yes.
Could it have been executed better? Yes.
Yeah.
Is this album as bad as people say it is? Fuck no. It's a good album. It's just not a great album. And it's better than Relapse, man. I'm sorry. I'll die on that cross, bro. Like, I'm glad y'all love Relapse, but anyway, yes, I'm sorry. You know how many of these I've seen where Relapse is really high,
Yeah.
like, so it's like this is my turn. Like,
Right. This is my turn.
this is my turn. You had your turn. You said it was my turn.
Dang, M ain't got
Kamikaze.
no B. M ain't got no B tier album. Damn. No B tier. Not no at least none yet.
No, Kamikaze's B tier. that wasn't reactionary either, because I'm gonna explain. Like, I'm gonna explain. Because I love Kamikaze. Kamikaze, much like Recovery was a great moment, Kamikaze was a great moment.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you remember when Kamikaze dropped, right, Jay?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
Took a like it
No,
stopped the game, bro.
it did. It
It
did.
stopped the game.
It did. It
It
did.
was a surprise album.
Hmm.
I was wondering when M was going to do a surprise album because Beyonce did a surprise album, Jay did a surprise album. Like, me being an M fan, I was like, M could do this.
I'm
M
gonna
could do
pop
a
off.
surprise album, and he did, and it really, really set the world on fire, man. I really like it. Um, the Mike Will Made It beats, the Illa, the producer beats, which might be my favorite producer for Eminem today.
Hmm.
I really, really like songs on this album. The Ringer, one of my favorite M intros. I
Hmm.
remember hearing that on Shade 45 before I listened to the album. The album dropped. I woke up in the morning, my mom called me, and I'm talking to my mom. It's 5 in the morning. I'm like, what, mama? And I get a notification
Well,
like, Mama, I gotta go. uh I get in the car and Shade 45 is playing The Ringer before I even listened to
wow.
the album. And I'm like, this, like, I was so proud to be an Eminem fan at that moment because he was pissed. I mean, the album is basically a fuck you to everybody who hated the Revival,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
worked. It worked.
yeah.
Ringer might be my favorite song on the album. But I love Stepping Stone, which is it's basically a song to D12.
Didn't
Basically,
he do?
him taking accountability for D12, the solo members not really blowing up, or the other members not really blowing up
Oh
solo.
wow, wow.
Very vulnerable record. I really like it.
That's him, man. That's
Yeah.
that's. Yeah.
I liked Good Guy.
I'm about to say
Um,
there's nice guy and there's
N-
good guy.
Nice Guy was not good to me. Good Guy is great. Good
Good
Guy
guy.
is great.
Yeah.
Good Guy's fantastic. Um, I know some people gonna hate on Good Guy because they just don't want to hear. Eminem has so many different fans and that's why Revival ended up being what it was because he was trying to satisfy all of them. And this album, he really wasn't overthinking it, and he made a very good album. And Nice Guy was him kind of stop, my baby, stop, my baby, stop, my baby. No, not right now. I'm on my podcast.
Mhm.
Go on my phone. Go to the phone. Go to the phone. I'm gonna take the phone away. Anyway, sorry about that.
You good? You good?
but yeah, uh, but yeah, Kamikaze, bro.
Oh yep, yep.
Very, very, a lot of good songs on there.
You got
Fall.
the lucky you joint too.
Oh,
Fall,
with
yeah, fall.
Joiner. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
classic shit.
Yep, 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 yep.
Classic shit, man. Fall is great.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Venom had a really good beat. I really like his verses on there. The hook is kind of obnoxious, but
Oh yeah, man, some.
like,
Yeah, yes, yeah, 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 yeah,
I love Kamikaze, bro. I love it. I loved him. This is where he was really on these trap beats. I love Eminem on trap beats, bro. Like, I love Eminem. This is where I defer from a lot of M fans because a lot of M fans just want him on that Dre shit. They want him on in that pocket that we love him, that Slim Shady LP Eminem show
Mm-hmm.
pocket. I love hearing M on trap beats. I love M doing that modern trap beat and doing what he does with it. And as much as he was screaming on Recovery, which was cool, I like how he calmly kills these beats these days.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
yeah, and it starts with Kamikaze, man. Great album. Music to Be Murdered By,
Yeah.
another surprise album.
Mm-hmm.
I put it above Kamikaze. It's B tier. It's tough, man. Music to Be Murdered By is teetering on being last of the A tier. It really is. I'm
Oh.
not gonna lie, bro. I could really put the Slim Shady LP S tier, the Eminem Show S tier, and then Recovery and Music Be Murdered by A tier. I really could, but like, I'm just
That's some
trying to
good.
be more. I'm trying to be strict. Like,
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I understand.
you know what I
No,
mean? I'm
I
trying
get it.
not
I
to
get it.
like blow it up
I
with
get
S
it.
tier like I'm Dick Right. I
It
hate stan culture, and
mhm.
the term stan came from Eminem and his fans. So I'm really not trying to
Yeah.
be one of them. But like but Music to Be Murdered by
Yeah.
uh
That's good features on
he's
here.
on them trap beats again. Godzilla was
Godzilla was
tough
tough.
with Juice
Godzilla was tough.
World.
That was tough. Yeah, that was tough.
Oh my God, Darkness was brilliant.
Mhm.
Where he's rapping, you don't know what he's rapping. It sounds like he's rapping about he's getting ready for a show and trying to kill it. But then obviously, oh no, shit! Like halfway through, he's not talking about that. He's so good at that. He's so good at that, and he flips it. He did the same thing on Recovery with 25 to Life, where you thought he was talking about Kim and he's talking about the rap game. He did the same thing in the Marshmallows LP2 with Bad Guy when he thought he was, you know what he was talking about. Like he was like he's trying to just kill a bitch again. But nah, he's talking about he's Matthew Mitchell, Stan's brother. And so he did it again on this halfway through. Oh shit, he's rapping about the Vegas shooter that shot up
Oh,
that
yeah.
country
Country,
the country music.
Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean. I think
Yeah,
that was, yep.
yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
brilliant, brilliant. And it's it was a very conscious song. It was a very, it wasn't an anti-gun song, but it was a,
Yeah.
but I mean it was a,
Yeah. A lot of
you know,
features. A lot of
gun law song. But yeah, great song.
So we got some
No
features on it.
regrets, no regrets. It's great. He hooked his relationship with DA started with this album.
Mhm.
And I love Eminem on DA beats. I hope he stays with DA. I'm just one of them fans. I love hearing him on these modern type. I like hearing him rap with the kids,
There
man.
you
Like,
go. Yeah, yeah.
I love him. I love the song with him and Young Ma.
Unaccommodating. Okay.
Unaccommodating might be my favorite song on the album. Next to Darkness. Love it. The intro Premonition is very good. It does follow the same thing the Ringer does, where he's talking about the reaction to his last album.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a little it's a tired concept at this point, but he does it so good. They say my last album I sounded bitter. No, I sound like a spitter when and I love the talking about him comparing himself to Tom Brady and the
Mm.
longevity and how people just want to put him in a box and all they do is talk about how he's not as good as he was.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say, man? It's funny. I reviewed the Cena album and I had way more quotables. Now I'm doing the Eminem Tear album and I haven't done a lot of quotables. ain't, ain't that fucked up? But man, he's top big, he's shit. Whatever. I don't want to butcher it. And I don't feel like looking up the lyrics. Check the
I
song
like the
check
yeah
the song
I like
Premonition.
I like the features. I like to look at these features on here.
Yeah.
Um,
Um
yeah, I like,
he's
I like it.
it's a fantastic album. Fantastic.
Damn, oh, he even had Crooked, Royce, and oh damn, no Joe though. Damn.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, You Gonna Learn was tough. I didn't like there's some songs I didn't like. I like the Ed Sheeran song. It was better than
You like
the
that?
Ed Sheeran song of Revival, which
Mm-hmm.
it was fine. It was a very pop sounding record. It was fine. But those kind of nights.
Oh, favorite bitch. What's
Oh,
that?
that's
That was
music.
on.
That's side B. That's side B. We'll
Oh,
get to
okay.
that. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I got
used to be Murdered by grade A album that is in the B tier.
in the beat
If
here.
that makes sense. If people eagle-eyed viewers will see that I have Music to Be Murdered by side B behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And, on vinyl. As much as I like it, it is I don't want to put it ahead of Some Shady EP.
B tier.
Um, it's definitely B or C. I don't know if I want to put it ahead of Slim Shady EP on the C tier or is where it's hard, Jay. Where to put it? Dead last
No,
on B or in front of C. I'm gonna be kind. I'm gonna be kind to it. And I'm gonna put it low on B.
okay, hell
I
yeah,
remember when this came out. It was another surprise joint. It's basically another album altogether because it's like 10 to 12 songs, 15 songs, something like that.
yes, yep, yep.
Um, my favorite song here by far. It had a weak intro.
Okay,
Black Magic, I think.
Black Magic, yep,
I don't
that's
care.
it.
You're killing a bitch again. I don't care. You know, like like I love 97 Bonnie and Clyde. I love Kim. There are some joints where you killed bitches on Relapse that I do like. I know I trashed Relapse, but there are some songs I like. Uh, at this point in his career, like okay, like I don't care.
Yeah, why are you
If I
still?
even remember, if that, unless that wasn't what it was about, and I'm not remembering, I don't know, but whatever. Oh, by the way, "Music to Be Murdered By," "Living Heaven" is another good song. Anyway, "Music to Be Murdered By." My favorite song on there was definitely Zeus.
Zeus, white gold. Okay.
Zeus is freaking great. Zeus is incredible. Zeus is that Eminem in his bag that I just love. You know, he's
hmm
rapping about the. This is where he did the Drake prediction, where he said, "Drake, they're gonna turn on you in game
Oh,
two,
yep.
and the more you win, the sooner they do." Like when he predicted the future. um,
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
I love Nat. Again, it's another
Nah.
trap beat where M is just calmly killing it. I like the calm. No, 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 but like you know what I mean. But like if you really listen, he's like the double entendres is crazy. Like it's a vibe
Yeah,
when
right.
people say nobody listens to M or like you can't play M in the whip, man. Play Nat,
Oh, Jesus.
bro. Play Nat.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
play Godzilla. Play the Ringer. Like nah,
Yeah.
bro. M on these trap beats is something else, man. I ain't gonna hold you, but I like I fuck with it, man. I
Hell
love Nat.
yeah.
I love Zeus. Favorite bitch is good. To me, it's
I
it's
was
it's
about to say.
it's
Yeah.
it's not as good as 25 to Life. He did this before. 20. I know it's a little different.
Mm.
Both are both songs. He's doing the common thing that what I used to love her, where he's talking to hip hop like it's a girl. 25 to
Mm.
Life. 25 to Life was cooler because you thought he was talking to a girl the whole time until the end. Favorite bitch spells it out a little bit more. Um,
Mm.
and it's cool. I like it. Ty Dolla Sign to me is so good with collaborating.
He's a he's an underrated talent, man. Like he's very very underrated.
He has
Very
made
underrated.
magic with M. He's made magic with Lecrae. He's made magic with Kanye on some joints.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite
He's
collab
he's literally
artists.
his pen is everywhere. His
Yeah,
pen is crazy. His
and it
pen is
really
everywhere.
excited me to see him on an M album, and
Yep.
it made for a good song. I really
Mm-hmm.
like it. The Guns Blazing song with Dre was cool.
Guns Blaze. Oh yeah, I
I
see.
liked it. Yo, what else is on it? Run me by that track list. This shit
So
had
you got Black Magic. You got Alfred's theme.
oh Alfred's theme. Glad you brought that up. I sent you that
Yeah. Oh
master
yeah yeah yeah
class,
yeah. Tone
master
Deaf.
class
Tone,
of rap shit, man. Master class.
tone, Tone Deaf.
Tone Deaf was
Book
good.
of
I liked
Rhymes.
Tone Deaf better than Alfred's theme, even though Alfred's theme had better lyrics. I just like the
Um,
hook.
yeah, Book of Rhymes.
Ah, Book of
Um,
Rhymes. That's the talk shit like a preacher beat.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, like it's
Yes.
basically the same beat as Future's Talk Shit Like a Preacher. Talk Shit Like a Preacher is probably the better song, if I'm being honest. I like the hook, I like the
Yes.
flow of Future, and I like
hmm
but that doesn't mean
No
just because
mean
I
that.
say that.
Right.
Book of Rhymes, I love
hmm
again, I love how M does trap beats. I love his flow on trap beats. And the Man, I know I said masterclass already, but I feel like when I'm talking about Eminem, it's okay to say it a few times.
It's
Uh,
okay to do it. Yeah,
masterclass
it's M.
of lyricism on
It's M.
and it doesn't ruin the song. Sometimes Eminem, one thing about M, bro, he has
Mhm.
to prove it, from recovery onward. I feel like he's had to prove that he can rap for some reason, and he
Like,
has to. He
isn't that crazy to say?
yeah,
Honestly,
ain't it?
he's like probably a lot of people's obviously greatest, top three, top five, and he still feels hungry enough to prove people like I can still do this rap shit.
Yeah.
I can
I
still do
wish
this
he
shit.
didn't feel that way sometimes because I love hearing him rap. That's why I've praised songs on here, even from his last few albums. But and there sometimes I feel like he has to hit every people get so caught up in the fast rapping and that pisses me off because he only does the fast rapping on a part or two of the song just to prove he can do it. And the other
Yeah,
is just like different pockets and different flows and different double entendres and punchlines and shit.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
really giving you like crazy shit.
Yes.
But then all people want to say is, oh God, the fast rap. Like that's all he did. It's like that's why sometimes I wish he was just like, bro, you already proved you can rap fast. You do it wonderfully and it's cool. Like there's some songs where it's like Killer is a great song off of Music to Be Murdered by Side B. Great song. Then he does a remix of it with Jack Harlow and
Oh shit.
Corday,
Oh wow.
and it's even better. But
Wow.
towards the end, M's rapping fast, and it's like, bro, this beat doesn't even call for that, man. Like you're Eminem, but you don't have to prove yourself. We know you're the fucking best. Like we know we've seen it. Just ride the beat, man. Like just like you did on the original. So sometimes he does like fall victim to I have to prove to everybody I can rap, but he doesn't do it on a Book of Rhymes.
I'm
There's
book around.
quite a few songs on here he doesn't. He this and Music to Be Murdered by One he doesn't do that on. But and even when he did it on Godzilla, it was cool because it was at the end and it was I don't know. To me, it fit when he did it on Godzilla. The feel like to me it fit. It fit there. It fit with rap
Yeah,
God. Sometimes it don't fit. But I say that with love.
of course.
Uh Music to Be Murdered by, great album. If this was another artist catalog, it'd probably be higher, but because it's Eminem,
Damn man.
whatever, it's got to be at the low end of B. But yeah,
Okay.
great, loved it. Was not disappointed. This is one I really had to sit on, man.
Yeah, for some shady.
Death of Slim Shady. Another polarizing album. The critics really did not like this album.
I heard. Yeah.
I feel like his fans really liked it, and
Mhm.
not on some relapse shit. I mean, like not just Eminem fans. I feel like rap fans in general, from what I understand, really liked it. It's a great callback, like the Marshmallows LP2 was. I
Mhm.
love the AI switch filter where he has on his voice, where it's the Slim Shady. It's a Slim Shady
That was cool.
LP era voice.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
this is the toughest one because it's the newest one.
Yeah.
I love the concept. I
Yes.
love how, like on track 12, Guilty Conscious 2, he kills Slim Shady off, and then it leads to then you get nothing but Eminem like tracks that aren't as edgy. Which honestly, bro, I hope it is the death of Slim Shady because he doesn't need it. He doesn't need that
He
cake.
doesn't need some shade no more. Yeah.
He really doesn't need it.
He
I
does.
know some people are gonna disagree, but I feel like it was a great call. But the intro, bro, like the Renaissance, the first track on there, it sounded so much. It sounded like it was ripped off of like the Invasion mixtape or something from 2002. Like when he first signed 50, just that
Mhm.
flow, man.
Uh,
Like, and it felt so good hearing that. Like what's old is new again. I'm glad he's tipped away from that for a while, but it was cool that he came back. Like fan service. It was a lot of fan service, man. Houdini was great. I love Houdini. Some
yeah.
people didn't like it. Houdini's a riding record to me. Like I like it's a vibe. It's
Mhm.
laid back. Um, Antichrist is tough, man.
Okay, still.
Um,
Yeah.
Antichrist. It sounded like it was ripped from like leftover sessions from the Eminem show or something. Like
Mm.
I love shit like that. Same thing with Discombobulated from Used to Be Murdered by Side B. It sounded like it was ripped from Relapse, which was
Oh
cool.
wow.
I don't hate Relapse again, but I mean just I don't like a whole album like that. Death of Slim Shady, man. What other songs are on there? Somebody Save Me. When I first heard that
Jelly
Jelly
Roll.
Roll sample,
Jelly Roll.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Hey,
this is gonna be
look,
good."
you get no Jelly Roll slander from me, okay?
Okay, good. I
I
don't want
I
to
like
hear.
Jelly Roll. I like
I
Jelly
don't want
Roll.
to hear that. Good.
From me. The only person I'm gonna slander is Hardy. I can't
Oh,
believe
we're gonna say, yeah, you stop,
I can't believe I
stop.
saw him. What was it on?
Holy crap, dude! Look at I got 3 each. I just
Damn, you
noticed.
do.
I didn't try this, man.
You didn't even try that. You man, you
I
was putting
no.
that thought, man. You was putting
Death of
some
Some
thought
Shade has got to be
into it.
S tier. Just to finish it. Wouldn't that be some shit?
That would be crazy.
Like, bam. I don't care what y'all say. Death of Some Shade
So
is
they were
S
like,
tier.
hell no.
I really like Death of Some Shady, man.
You got the
I'm gonna put it there.
yeah.
I feel like that's fair.
What records did you like on here? On this album?
I love Somebody Save Me.
Like,
As soon as I heard that Jelly Roll sample, I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be my favorite type of Eminem right here."
yeah.
Uh, he's rapping from the perspective, kind of like Castle. I don't like it as much as Castle,
Mhm.
from Revival, the album that wasn't
Mhm.
bad. Uh, but it's from the perspective if he did die from that
Mhm.
overdose in 2007. And it personally hit for me.
Mm.
But I really that's really all I can say about that. But it's a really really good song.
You like Fuel?
Oh yeah, Fuel. Wasn't that the song that everyone was talking about? Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people was talking
Yo,
about this
he dropped a deluxe edition of the album, which is really just 3 songs. Later, and it had a song called Like My Shit.
one. Like my shit.
I love it because I just love M on trap beats.
Oh, I see this. Okay, I see right there. Yeah, I see
That shit was tough.
him and 2 Chains. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that one was good.
Okay.
That one was good, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Renaissance was good. Habits was crazy. When I first heard the album, I was like, "Oh, I like it. I don't like it as much as Music to Be Murdered by," which, as you can see, I still don't. But um, the more I heard it, I was like, "Man, this is really fucking dope. I love the concept." What One thing I didn't like, I didn't like how he killed Slim Shady off, and then at the end, it ended with a "or did he?" To me, that was
Oh,
lazy. Just kill him.
okay.
Don't do that. It's called the death of Slim Shady. Like, just stick to it. But guilty that song was Guilty Conscious too, which was a great song. I loved how he did it.
Hmm.
I love the inner turmoil and it's him arguing with Slim Shady. And
Mm.
about how you're not good for me no more. Man, fuck you. I made you who you are. I just say what you're scared to say. Like, nah. How many times I had to clean up your mess? Like, I that was it was
That's
tight.
dope. I
It
like
was
that.
tight, man. It was tight. A lot of good things I can say about the album, man. But as good as I like it, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with it right here. It's right below Music to Be Murdered by.
Mm.
Like I said, man. Any given day, I could put Death of Some Shady over Music to Be Murdered by. I could put Music to Be Murdered by on the A tier. I could put both Some Shady LP and Eminem Show on S tier. This could change by the day, but as far as it just being concrete, I'm comfortable with this, man. This is
Hell yeah.
crap off. Send feedback. Why this ad? I don't care. Trying to get all the albums in the same shot.
Does that have
It's
X
probably
like X next to it? No,
it's probably an easy way to shrink the screen, and I'm just bad at technical shit.
no, you're good, man. No, you're good.
But yeah, This
There
would
we
be
go. Okay. Hey. Oh damn.
yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, man. Both Marshall Mathers LPs being S tier.
S tier.
I'm comfortable with that. Slim
Okay.
Shady, this legendary two albums right there. Actually,
Mhm.
to me, Recovery is diamond selling for a reason. These are the
Yeah.
three diamond selling albums. I'm sorry, hold on, that's a lie. That's a lie. These
Does
are
he
the
have a
three
diamond?
diamond. He's got three diamond albums. The Marshall
Oh,
Mathers
okay. Okay.
LP, the Eminem Show, and Recovery are all three
Okay.
diamond.
Dope. Yeah.
Uh, and one of them are my S tier, and two of them are my A tier.
See, you were
Yeah,
strict with your S tier too. Mm.
yeah, man.
You strict with
It's
it.
the only way to be.
Yes.
I mean, you just don't want to be a dick rider, you know?
Everything. Exactly.
You don't want to be a dick rider. I mean, I
Mm.
could Slim Shady LP and Eminem Show both could easily could be on S tier.
Right. Yeah.
uh but yeah, man. Death of Slim Shady, I think I'm comfortable with that being right in the middle of the B tier. It's over Kamikaze, which was a great moment. Uh
Yeah.
Slim Shady EP. Only thing holding that back is Slim Shady LP was everything it was, but just way more and way cleaner.
Hmm.
You know, Revival. I defended Revival a little bit. Can't defend it too much, but I defended it.
Right.
Infinite. I got Infinite over Relapse, man. Honestly, bro. All right, y'all. Here, there. I fixed it.
Oh
There
my!
you go.
No, 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 Blake. If you feel like
What?
Infinite is better than
I don't. I don't. I
okay,
don't. I was
I'm about to
honestly
say
thinking about it. Like, man, I'm going a little too
okay,
hard.
okay, 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 okay. Yeah. So what are you reorganizing? Anything else?
No, I'm comfortable with everything
Okay,
else.
cool. Yeah.
Encore is the ass end. With Infinite being,
Hmm.
Infinite to me is a mixtape, man. It's barely even an album. But
Mm.
it's an album because mixtapes, as we know them now, didn't exist. That's the only reason. but but yeah, man, I'm comfortable with this. This will be my tier.
Hell yeah! See, I like your segment more than mine. Right here.
Oh, is that because
This
I'm
is
long
good.
winded as
This
fuck?
is good. This is good.
Because I'm
This is
long
good.
winded. We're three
No,
and a
you're
half
good. This
hours
this
in.
was probably a good. I don't know. If it wasn't an hour, it's probably close to it. At least it's probably close to it.
I
Um,
wanted to give honestly, even though I got long winded, I feel like I could have talked a little bit more about some of them.
M, yeah, man, because M deserved that, man. Like, M's
Yeah,
been.
man. Yeah, man. There's not one, but honestly, bro, there's not one album on here I do not like. I,
See, there you go. Yeah.
there really isn't. Even like even Encore Encore's highlights are better than all of these. All
Mm.
of like, but the low lights are just too bad. The low lights are just embarrassing. They're
Yeah.
just cringy, embarrassing. Oh my god, this is your favorite rapper type bad. Like I don't even feel bad saying that because he said that. Like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
hey, he said it. Yeah.
Like he said it. So it's whatever. I'm not breaking
He said
ground,
it. Not me. Mhm.
but yeah, man. I'm comfortable with this. I think this is pretty definitive. This represents this will represent my view of it. Yeah.
People, please let us know what you think.
Yeah. What do you
What do you
think?
think? What do you think, man? Did he get it right?
Tell me how
Should
wrong
something
I
be
am.
higher? Should something be low? Should something be higher? Should it be lower? Like, just let us know, man. Comment.